Lauren here from Hops Geek News and Nerd Initiative with my co-host Matt and Stephanie Phillips, who's currently writing amazing comic books including Grimm, Phoenix, Spider-Gwen, and more. So, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So, welcome to Orlando as well. I'm a local. So, how is this MegaCon treating you so far?
It's good. I'm from Florida originally, so being back in the humidity is I forgot how much humidity is. It's a lot.
Your hair reminds you pretty quick.
Yes, my hair's curly, so it's not going to let me forget that this is Florida. Yes.
How have you enjoyed the crowd so far? I know today is always the busiest day.
Yes, the cosplay has been pretty incredible. Also being from this area, seeing a lot of people that I know and haven't seen in a long time is like it's a cool thing that doesn't happen at any other show for me. Right. So, yeah.
So I am currently reading Grimm and absolutely loving it. I've not read this week's yet, so no spoilers for this week.
Okay.
So can you tell us a little bit about what inspired you to make this such a unique story?
I initially wanted to tell the story from the perspective of a dead girl. So it started with the idea of I had the character and I was very interested in the point of view of an unreliable narrator who was dead. I like unreliable narrators, and I was like, what's more unreliable than a dead narrator? Like, that seems really interesting. Some of the pieces kind of fell together in an odd way in terms of, like, we had this title Grimm that wasn't taken. We were able to use this title, which is wild that just Grimm on its own was not taken. And we started putting those pieces together. Like, what if we combined this title Grimm with Jessica and started building out, she is dead, but build out this world of the afterlife and the Reapers? And what if it was like really big and not just this short, maybe 5-issue series about a dead girl, but what if she's in something so much bigger that, you know, each arc we build on, and this is our take on the afterlife. So kind of like the story itself, I think our coming to the idea of what Grimm was, it just kind of kept building, which is cool.
And the art's phenomenal as well.
Yes. Flaviano is an incredible collaborator. He's a good friend of mine, and when Grimm ends, I will be very sad and miss Flaviano deeply.
Do we have a set end date for Grimm? Do you know how many issues
I do. It has not been announced yet. I think Boom told me the other day they'll be announcing it next month, like what we're looking at. So.
Gotcha. Now, pivoting over to Marvel, you got a lot going on with Marvel as well. So can you give us any, because I know a couple things just dropped this week.
Yeah.
So what have you got dropping this week, and what can people pick up right now?
I wish I could say I knew what dropped this week.
Next week is Spider-Gwen.
Okay.
Phoenix.
I think Phoenix.
I think 7 or 8 just dropped this week.
Yes. Okay, so then you're right. Yes, Phoenix dropped this week, and then, Spider-Gwen next week. Phoenix number 8. That series has been growing, just like getting bigger and bigger. Really more cosmic as Jean starts to understand what she's doing in the cosmos, like coming to it and saying, like, I'm a regular human woman. She's not. And approaching the stars like an X-Men would, like a hero would, in her mind, what a hero would do. And she has to kind of change that concept and see that she's a lot bigger than that she can do things that are bigger than that. So, that's been a huge undertaking, but I'm really happy with like where we're getting the story.
Well, and
right
I personally, I love that a woman's writing it. I'm really loving that series, and I find it so interesting to see a character that has a redemption arc for things that she wasn't really responsible for, but of course she still carries that guilt and responsibility.
Absolutely.
And we've gotten a lot of great cameos, so that's always fun.
I love the cameos. There are some coming up, more coming up that I'm like very excited about.
Gets me even more excited.
Yes.
Do you want to shift to DC because you're the DC guy?
Yeah, we can wrap up real quick because I have really one big question here.
Yeah.
Because I need to know. WrestleMania is like a month or two away. What are early coming off the Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
Where Jey Uso surprised, much to our 9-year-old's, disgrace. John Cena did not win. What is your early predictions for WrestleMania?
You know, I really think Jey versus Gunther I'm sick of that.
I am very tired of Gunther personally, so.
Okay, I like him on the mic. I think he's been given like a bad story arc, and I feel like just being like, it'll go either Jay's just gonna like finally beat him, which I don't find interesting, or Jey will go up against a finally fully realized heel Cody Rhodes, which I think would be more interesting.
Which
but
we got
Tiffany
a hint of Cody Rhodes too at Royal Rumble, which I thought was cool with what he did to Kevin.
But I think if we get Tiffany Charlotte, I'd be more interested.
I think we should get that because we've already seen Rhea versus Charlotte.
Great
enough.
match, but I'm
we don't need that.
Yeah.
It can, Charlotte's back. Of course, she's back in the title scene. So I think what they're doing with Tiffany right now is it's Tiffy time, and I know they're making her a heel, but it's kind of like these two heels. One, realistically, Tiff is like a baby face. So
Yeah.
I would agree. That's the match I want to see.
That's
I would
what I wanna
love
see too,
a
yeah.
Jay versus Cody because I feel like those two are
Yeah.
very good brawlers. And then, let Cena go against Gunther or something like that and show off his strength
Yeah.
for one last time. And
I like that. Yeah, Cena,
I'm cool with
Gunther.
that.
I'm okay with that.
Right. Well, seriously, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
hanging out with
Appreciate
us. As we wrap up, can you just give us a quick, I'm Stephanie Phillips, and you're watching Nerd Initiative.
Sure. I'm Stephanie Phillips, and you're watching Nerd Initiative.